Hey everybody, I'm not going to make a long stream about this, but I need to talk about this and get this out there. And it comes from one moment, please. One moment, please. Okay, folks, as I was saying, this is horrifying. This is something called 404 Media here, and it says AI images or image detectors are being used to discredit the real horrors of war. And I'm going to read the passage to you that's also in the text. And I want you to really think about what I'm about to tell you. It reads that a free image AI image detector that has been covered in the Times, New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal is currently identifying a photograph of what Israel says is a body that is not in the right shape. I'm going to put it that way, of youth killed in Hamas's recent attack on Israel, when they're saying that was generated by artificial intelligence. And however, the image doesn't show any sign that it was created in that way by AI. And that's according to Hany Farid, who is a professor at Cal Berkeley, who's one of the leading experts in the world on digitally manipulated images. The image was first tweeted by Israel's official Twitter account, as well as the official Twitter account of the country's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office after Israel, and then President after Joe Biden and several media outlets said that 40 Israeli babies were attacked in a very brutal way by Hamas. No evidence of these alleged attacks have been made public yet, and that statement has been walked back entirely by the White House and to a lesser extent Israel. But the idea that the photograph was AI generated started after it was tweeted out by conservative Jewish commentator, as you know, Ben Shapiro. He did that Thursday morning. And then the afternoon, this article reads, Jackson Hinkle, who has more than a 500,000 Twitter followers, tweeted a screenshot of Shapiro's tweet sharing the image and a screenshot of the free artificial intelligence image detector tool, AI or not, made by a company called Optic, which determined the image was made by AI. When 404 Media ran the image through Optic's tools themselves, the tool again said the image was AI generated. And the idea that the image was AI generated has spread widely on Twitter and is being used to suggest that the official Israeli accounts are spreading AI generated misinformation. And Farid's analysis is based on the fact that AI image generators are currently consistently unable to properly replicate reality as it is captured in the photo. And Farid told Emmanuel, one of the things that the generators have trouble with is highly structured shapes and straight lines. If you see the leg of the table and the screw, that all appear perfectly, and it doesn't happen with AI generators. And then he says that he gives an example. He talks about the infamous image of an AI generated image of SpongeBob doing 9/11, and the twin towers appear to bend and curve because the lines are not straight, or how the little knobs and buttons in the cockpit blur and jumble together. And he says the other clear tell that that's not an AI generated image is the shadows. And Farid apparently wrote a paper about this. He said that a light source coming from above cast shadows from the man's fingers, the white sheet, and what appears to be a gurney, all consistent. All right. And he says the structural consistencies, the accurate shadows, the lack of artifacts we tend to see in AI. He says it's that leads him to believe that that photo is not even AI generated at all. And he says, as to the content of the photograph itself, he said he couldn't say what they were looking at. He says he doesn't know what's showing. It's not obvious that it's a person. He said you have to talk to the person who looks at bodies to tell you what that is. And so anyway, the bottom line is, he says it's not going to be a definitive answer, but 404 Media doesn't know why Optic is saying that the photograph is AI generated. That the website claims that AI or not may produce inaccurate results, but it doesn't explain how why any given image may or may not be AI. All right. Farid said those tools are not a good way to determine if an image is real or not. But this is my point is this is the place we're at. We're trying to figure out where that some news out there put out during the fog of war where emotions are heightened is real or not. And it was based on AI. I think Congress needs to step in and make this really an easy play. AI images should be illegal to make during wartime. If it has to do with anything, any situation that's war, that software should be branded illegal to use. And that would really settle this entire matter of whether or not this is real, because it should not have been made at all. And what happened is that the company, if any company is being tied to this, they would be scrambling to basically say, hey, it wasn't us. And they would really try to determine exactly where the image really came from to broom the matter. Because the one thing that we would all know is, hey, look, if it's AI generated, it's illegal. And what they did was illegal. All right. So, but we don't have the legal system up to really say, you shouldn't be doing that. And what we have is all these tools running around the internet to determine whether an image is real or not. But we don't have any law that says to us, you know what, you shouldn't be using this. I mean, my point is this article uses hundreds of words to go into detail about how this image was produced and how it was analyzed, but we don't have we don't have the definitive answer to main question. All right, where did the image come from? That's still not known. Okay, they talk about disinformation being put out there, but it leaves it at that. And so you waste your time reading this because it doesn't really give you the answer. It just lets you know that there's an image out there that other people say is AI, but it's not AI. So if it's not AI, is it real or not? Okay. And that's the issue. So if I go and I type Shapiro image war AI, let's see what I get. I get there's Times Now has a fact check. Bim Shapiro says shares AI generated image. All right. And he said he tried to use a fake AI image to rip people into war. All right. And he got slammed for showing this image. And they're saying it wasn't AI. My point is that they say, is it real or fake? All right. This is all over the place. Okay. All over the place. Is the Ben Shapiro baby photo real or fake? If he put that out there, as far as I'm concerned, he ought to be flogged at sunrise. That was absolutely ridiculous for him to do, just for attention. Okay, and he's rightly under fire about it. And then he turns around, he blames Hamas for this thing. Okay, and so they said that Shapiro's deleted the post, and they got after him for putting out this fake image. Okay, and then he said the image was first shared by the Israeli prime minister. But all right, so again, these photographs should be illegal. Illegal. All right, and it's disgusting that we have situations like that out there, and that's what I have to say about it. Subscribe to Zenny62.